What's up, everybody? Mike with Mark IV Specialties, coming at you from a new location. We are up in Alaska, and we are going to have some fun with this here I think it's a 2012 Scion XD. So this is my dad's car, and they're pretty fun little cars. This one's all stock, minus the cord for winterizing, because in Alaska, that's what you got to do when it gets cold outside. Minus 20 degrees. If you don't plug your car in with the special oil pan and battery heaters, they will freeze. And you're up a creek with no paddle. So what we're going to be doing is today we're going to take the front of this thing off. And we have some little lights here that my dad picked up. They are just little LEDs. Let's see if this one's still plugged in. They're yellow, and they go with this switch. I don't really want to use the switch that comes with, because it makes them do strobing effects and weird things. We're just gonna wire these in and use them as driving lights to kind of help liven up the appearance on the road, because these factory headlights, you can see the housings are pretty small. They don't offer a lot of output, so driving in these treacherous Alaskan conditions when it's super dark outside can be a little fun, if you know what I mean. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to tap into, you can see in the housing there's a little 194 bulb on a connector, and we're going to go ahead and take the whole front of this car off, get the headlights out, and I'm just going to splice into the harness for those lights, because they come on as the DRLs, or driving lights, daytime running lights. And we're going to attach the fog lights to those so they are on all the time with the headlights, and make this sweet little upgrade. So stick around and we'll be back. Okay guys, welcome back. So we got the hood up on this little bad boy. There's not a whole lot going on here. So to get the front end off and get the headlights out, there's a couple of Phillips screws here, or what looks like to be a 10mm socket head. One there, one right there. That'll get the headlight out. There's probably one inside the bumper area right in here. But so far the bumper's just been these little plastic clips. They all just kind of pop out, and then there's a couple in the wheel well down here. So you got that one right there. Just push in, and then this is actually just a little plastic clip. Just kind of holds the panel on there. And then I haven't got down underneath the lip here yet to see what we got, but it feels like, yep, another Phillips and or 10mm bolt. So let's go ahead and get this bumper off, and then we'll bring you back to show you what she looks like naked. We'll be right back. Okay, and I'm filming. Go back inside, buddy. I'm filming. Well, you bring the flashlight. Hey everybody, this is my nephew Silas. He's helping me work on the car. Say hi to YouTube, Silas.
What?
Say
Hello,
hi.
YouTube.
There you go. So we got underneath there. There's a handful of those 10mm bolts that we were talking about. And it actually looks like somebody's been down there before me. A couple of them have been replaced. And so yeah, they just go all along underneath here. They hold in the little belly skid pan as well. And yeah, so after you get those done and the clips in the wheel wells, you just kind of remove Son's front end. And we got our winterization cord stuck through the grill, so we'll have to get that out of the way. But yeah, this will bring us inside of here, and then you can see here are the bolts to finish getting the headlights out. So we're gonna get that done, and we'll bring you right back. Alright guys, sorry for the interruptions there. You guys got to meet my nephew Silas up here in Alaska. He's one of those crazy kids that likes the cold. We got the bumper off. It's sitting over there. These things are huge. I don't know why. This car's mainly made of plastic. So like we showed before, they had three screws that go in, and there was the one behind the bumper, so you do have to take the bumper off to get them out. So you take those off, and then you just pull the headlight out. We're going to disconnect the harness and get that out of there so we can start working on how to splice into this. And what I think we're going to do, because it'll be easier later, is this thing came with this cool little plug-in on it for the demo to show you how to make it work, and it's all wired to that switch that we're not going to use, but the other ends were hooked to the battery have the female. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to hack up this controller, steal these leads, and wire them directly to the lights. So we'll bring you back when we start going into that. Lay it out. Alright guys, so we got the housing out of the car. This plug here is the main harness for the headlight. It runs all the little lights. And then this one here, this ugly one, that could probably stand to be replaced, honestly, is for the 9003 or H4 headlight bulb. We just ordered some LED upgrades for that, so those will be coming in the near future. But anyway, so we got the headlight out. Now we want to wire in our splices for the fog lights. So turn this bad boy around and upside down. You can see here the harness that's kind of spidered all over for all the lights, like your turn signal and parking light. And right here, you follow this one down, this right here, with a little plastic clip on it, this is the 194 bulb, or the DRL that you see. Ta-da! And that actually could probably stand to be replaced as well. Probably go LED on that also, order a set of those in. So we're going to go ahead and tap into these wires and to get our power for the fog lights. And yeah, so we'll bring you back when we'll show you how that goes. Alright guys, so we went ahead and cut back a good portion of the sheeting off the factory harness. Pulled it out of the little clip that it sits in. And then we went ahead and spliced into the yellow and green cable, and then the all black cable. And normally I would recommend using solder to make your connections, or some bullet type connectors such as these, or some male female weather type connectors, or even T-splice connectors that you snap these together and then it gives you a nice little plug, and then you plug the end into it. Normally I would use these things. This is what I would recommend, and then you wrap it up with electrical tape, make it all nice and pretty. Unfortunately, we seem to have a supply issue. So what we did is we went ahead and did it old school, and I spliced the wires together, I twisted all the pairs together, and we wrapped them in electrical tape. And then I'm going to use a little bit of heat shrink and hopefully keep this all together. So that's what we did for now. Thankfully this isn't a super hard process, so I can come back and fix this later. I highly recommend doing it the right way with the other connectors, but for now this is what we're going to do. We got those two spliced together. I went ahead and used the black with white to tie to the green with yellow, and then I left the solid blacks with the solid blacks just to keep color coordination correct for our heads for hooking these in. Thankfully they're 12 volt, so it doesn't necessarily matter which way you plug it in, left or right, right or left, inside, outside, backwards, upside down. It should turn on as long as power and ground are good to go. So let's get this bad boy plugged in real quick so we can test functionality and make sure this is actually going to work, and we'll bring you right back. Alright guys, so I got the headlight just kind of laying here. Got the harness plugged in. You can see the DRL, I haven't twisted it back into its hole yet, goes right there, is functioning correctly, and we have our fog light. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all put back together on this side. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side as well off camera, just because it doesn't take a lot of time, but I don't have my handy dandy backup cameraman, Gia Steve. Shout out to Gia Steve, what? And you guys should definitely check out his channel. I know he has some super awesome upgrades coming for his Mustang, and I will put a link in the down there. But anyway, so I don't have a cameraman to help me while I do extra stuff, so I'm just kind of winging this on my Alaska Special. Woo! And we will bring you right back, alright? Alright guys, bringing you back. We're getting ready to install them onto the bumper. So got the headlights back in. Everything is working fantastic. So this is the front bumper cover. It has these cool little knockouts that you would think would be for some factory style fog lights, but unfortunately they did not make those for this model. But these do have a really nice little plastic tabs on the back. So I can show you real quick without dropping this thing. You just kind of give them a squeeze and they push right out. So what we're going to do is we're going to tip it out just a little bit. Reach in from the back, just kind of push in on the tab. Just kind of push it away a little bit, enough to sneak the wire in. We'll get those in. And then I think what I'm going to do is I was going to permanently mount them with screw fixtures right here. But I think what I want to do first actually is I'm going to use a double-sided sticky tape, get them where I want them. I'll try them out for a couple days, see if I got the placement and the angle right. Right now it's actually sunny outside, so it's going to be kind of hard to figure out how much light I'm getting. So I'll use the sticky tape for now, and then if we like it, we'll lock it down, and if not, we'll peel her up and move them around. But that's basically what's about to happen. I'm going to get these feed through and get the wiring up to the headlights, and we'll show you what it looks like once I get it all back together. Alright guys? Alright, stay tuned. Alright guys, so we ran into a little bit of a snag. So it looks like that cover goes in and the tab holes are a little higher up than the actual face of that cover, which fell inside there. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a X-Acto knife blade. Where'd I put you? Blam. One of these bad boys, and I'm just going to take and I'm going to notch into this plastic a little bit, like there and maybe there, and we're just going to take it down to level so that the cable for the light can go straight on through and not get pinched inside the plastic. We don't want to damage the cabling. So let me get that taken care of and I'll be right back. That literally took me about 0.5 of a second. So that's what we're going to do, like that. And like I said, what that's going to allow is for... hold on. Technical difficulties. So what that's going to do is when we go to put these lights in, they'll sit like this, and the cable can go through the notch like that and not get pinched up. So let me get this all back together again, and I'll bring you guys right back. Hold on a second. Alright guys, and you can see there, that little notch just allowed the cable to come through the back. Got the cover back on. I haven't mounted the light yet because we want to, like I said, get that right placement. So let me get the other side done, and we'll bring you back when we are getting this back together. Alright guys, so we got the bumper going back on right now. We just wanted to make sure everything's working out. Got the lights on. See, they come on. The headlights themselves aren't on, but the daytime running lights are working. I found some new bulbs to get those spiced up for now. And yeah, so I'm gonna get this all back together, and that's how you do it, man. Pretty fun. So thanks for joining us on the Alaska special of Mark IV Specialties. You know, stay classy. Also want to shout out to Toyota for definitely being one of the simplest cars I've ever worked on. Here is everything I used. I had a razor blade, some double stick 3M tape, some Scotch Super 88 tape, a flat screwdriver, some wire strippers for doing the splicing. We had the razor knife for cutting the bumper, and a Phillips screwdriver for taking some of the screws out, and a 10mm wrench. That's all you need. So I think time lapse on this is probably only a half hour, and we're probably in real time about 2 hours into this whole project. So I mean, and I tucked all the harnesses back up, wrapped the wires in there so nothing's laying out, nothing's, you know, looks really nice under there. So thanks for coming out and hanging out with us, guys, and we will see you on the next one. Stay classy. Alright guys, there's the finished product. Got them all, like I said, double stick for now, taped down, everything's good. Got them kind of aimed to follow the corners, so hopefully it'll light up a little bit more of the road, and yeah, awesome sauce. Thanks guys, stay classy, we'll see you next time.